Today, I'm going to be creating a Dutch door spread in my new LiveLovePosh journal, so stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Tracy and I want to welcome you back to my channel. And yes, I'm going to be creating a second spread in my new LiveLovePosh journal. So this is technically part 2 of my journal setup. As I mentioned in part 1, I am setting up some pages, decorating some pages, but I don't plan to fully utilize this journal until the new year. So yeah, I'm just having fun playing around right now. I am in one of those like creative moods and not necessarily a planning mood. So I figured let's just play in my journal, and I really wanted to utilize the brand new LiveLovePosh journal, which goes on sale on October the 22nd. As a reminder, there are 4 different types that you can choose from, or should I say cover options to choose from. I will have the entire release information, product information, my discount code, and affiliate link down in the description box. So this is the spread that I created in part 1. I'm going to skip this page because this is where I want to do a letter to myself. However, I want to set some parameters around that. I just don't want it to be a general letter, so I haven't figured that out yet. And being I'm probably still a few months away from moving into this journal, I figured I would hold off. However, I'll just kind of like let you in on how I plan on doing it. So I have this envelope and note set from a subscription box from Chic. So I'm probably just going to tape the envelope into this and then the note set, so that way my letter's hidden. It could be a little secretive. So yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do. Obviously, I'm going to decorate it, but I want to put some guidance regarding my letter over here, or why I'm doing the letter over here. So that's why this is going to be put off until probably closer to my move-in date. So I've already started mapping out how I wanted to do my Dutch doors. So I completely borrowed this idea, or should I say, took inspiration from the washi tape shop. I'm just mesmerized by all of their reels that they do with the Dutch doors and everything like that. So I am completely borrowing from them, which I think is okay. I have drew some boxes here that I'm going to cut around, and then I will do the following pages. So I'm going to start with my first page of my Dutch door. Yeah, basically what I plan on doing on these pages is I don't know if I'm going to just do 2, probably 3 pages, which will be 6 because they're double-sided. This is going to be, I guess, things that I want to get done before my birthday. My birthday is in May, so I feel like this will give me plenty of time to get it done. And then I can write it in here, and then when I do it, I can write something about that. So that's kind of my plan. And then the second half of the year, or after my birthday, I will probably do another one for the end of the year. Again, this journal is kind of used for improving self-confidence, personal growth, and things like that. So it's all going to be centered on that type of stuff, self-care and things of that nature as well. So that's kind of what it's going to be geared toward. Obviously, I'm not going to be writing it now because, like I said, I want to do all of this stuff closer to the move-in date. But, you know, like I said, we can set it up. For decorations, I am actually going to be using one of the new journaling packs that is also going to be releasing on the 22nd. This is the Twilight Blooms. So, you know, for the cover page or my title page or whatever we want to call it, I wanted to stick with red. So that's why I used the Christmas journaling pack. But this one now, I'm done. I can use whatever colors I wanted. And this one is absolutely stunning. I just love these colors. I just think they're so pretty. So yeah, I'm just going to create a really happy floral spread. Might even use some of the scrapbook stickers, full sheet stickers, half sheet stickers. So we'll see. We'll have to figure it out as I go along. The other thing I want to mention to you guys, I mentioned it during my unboxing. The back part of these books is a decorative sheet. I'm going to be using these for pencil boards. I'm actually going to create one for this one. I have something in mind for those, but for this one, I'm going to use the back side of the Midnight Bloom journaling pack. So I'm just going to cut it down to size and then use it as a pencil board. So that's what I'm going to do. It just helps, especially when you have journals with stickers and stuff like that. You can like put it behind there to kind of give you a flat surface to write on, so it's not as bumpy because of all of the stickers you have on there. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be creating. I'm going to be creating pencil boards for all of my journals and things like that. So all of these are going to disappear because they're going to be in journals. All right, so let's get started. Like I said, I have already kind of drawn out this just because I feel like that would be boring to watch. I had these like stencils and I just kind of used this to make sure they were straight, and then I extended it because this is a little too narrow. Yeah, I did kind of like the wonky design. I didn't want to go too far over here because when you flip the page, I wanted to make sure you didn't see but so much of it. I might have to alter that a little bit. We'll see. It might be fine. But I kind of want to put here's where my like title or what's going on is going to be written here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to cut this with scissors. You could probably also cut it with a gyro cut or whatever. I do have this out, but I don't think I need this because I'm not going to be using my X-Acto knife. All right, there we go. And I think what I want to do, first of all, let's erase the pencil marks. So erase the pencil marks. I left some of it because I need to go over it with pen. I am going to see if I can do the corner round, not the quarter round. I don't know how this is going to be. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. I thought it might work, but it's not going to work. It can't really get in there very well. All right, so we have that. So when you flip it like this, you're still going to see all of that. Okay, I'm going to change this one up. I am going to cut here now. So basically when you cut right here, you just need to be a little bit careful that you're not cutting anything that shouldn't be cut, like the threads. Okay. There we go. Now this page right here is going to be a little loose at the top. So what I might end up doing is doing a border there. That's just what happens because the two pages were attached, but it should be fine. Okay, so what I think I will want to do is I'll probably do a box here to mimic this one. All right, so that way it's like that. I like that. It'll be fine. It's the same as this, but it'll be fine. I mean, I can always come in. That doesn't look bad. This needs to be short though. It's way too long for how all the other ones are. There we go. I have a little bit of room, so I could do something very small there. I kind of like that. Okay, so over here, we're obviously going to have one here. We're going to have one here. And then I think maybe here like this. And then I think I want one yeah, I like that. All right, then I'm gonna do one more and then we're done with this Dutch door thing. And now it's probably a lot more, a lot more boxes than I wanted, a lot more rooms for like the bucket list stuff than I wanted, but that's okay. We'll just make them very, very simple. All right, I'm gonna use this because I think this just makes it a little bit straighter. All right, I think that's all I'm gonna cut. I'll decide later if I want to make any additional cuts or anything. I think this one I can round because it's where it is. Yeah. All right, I've thought about maybe going in here, but then that is there, so I could take this up. I don't know. I think I'll cut off anything else later. I didn't want to cut off anything else here because I want to write something here, and I don't know if it'll all show through because of this placement of this box. So we're just going to leave that. So now we're going to start decorating, and then I'm going to come in later and outline the boxes. So I'm going to probably put a whole bunch of florals over here. I've done that before and I really liked it, where pretty much the only void space was the actual boxes. So I think I'm going to do something similar. All right, so I decided to start decorating on the very last page first. Now, I'm not going to decorate the entire page, but I definitely wanted to decorate the large portion that you can see through the Dutch doors. So I decided to go with this half sheet, this half sticker sheet, which I absolutely loved. Now, I needed to keep a large portion of it intact, so I couldn't quite get the angle I really wanted, and I had that weird flat edge at the top. So I decided to try to piece together the scrap from the half sticker sheet to put together at the top so I can get the angle that I want. Now, it's not a perfect match because this pattern is not continuous, but I was able to match it close enough where you really can't see with the naked eye that it's two pieces together. I was pretty proud about that. I will say the dark colors also help with that. I'm not sure if it was a lighter color, if it would have melded together so good. But then I decided to go ahead and use some of the large corner stickers on both this back page as well as the very front page. You know, large stickers can sometimes be your friend when you are trying to cover up the white space. And here I have a decent amount of white space I am trying to cover, but this is pretty much going to be it with the large stickers. Now I have to go for the smaller ones to kind of fit in between all of the boxes. My idea was to keep all of the florals outside of the boxes. So you will see me use the X-Acto knife throughout, just trimming it up so that way nothing overlaps with the edge of the box. There will be an exception. I have two horizontal boxes that are at the bottom of the pages. And one of them you can see when you shut the Dutch door, like the first page, when you close that over, you can see that horizontal box. So you will see me momentarily add a sticker to that box. But I think that's fine because it is very plain at the bottom due to all the boxes reaching the bottom. So I'm okay with that. And I do end up adding a sticker to a horizontal box at the very end of the spread as well. So I did want to add this washi sticker strip to the first page because that is where I cut along the top. I cut half the page out at the top, which means that the page that was left was a little wobbly at the very top. So adding the washi sticker strip helps secure that. Plus, again, I am covering up some of the excess space. So it's a dual purpose here. And I do like using the light purple because, you know, with that, even with the corner stickers that I use, they're really dark in color. So this lighter color kind of helps balance that out just a tad as well. So you will see me pretty much start to go in with smaller stickers, trying to fill in some of the void area. However, I do take a break from that in a little bit, and I go in with my Pigma Micron, I think it's 08, right? It's not 0.08, it's 08. And I go ahead and I outline the boxes. So I wanted to go ahead and do that just so I could better see where the outlines were, kind of see what it looks like. I did kind of go over to try to make some of them a little bit thicker. Like I said, you'll see that any minute now. The Pigma Micron doesn't really smear or smudge. However, because I was using my metal ruler, some of that did get on the ruler and then that did smudge, which it's a bummer. But however, you know, as I cover up some of this with just regular ink as I write in it, that should cover up as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing from now until the end. So I will go ahead and let you guys watch the rest of the process. I may pop back in if there's something important to note, but for the most part, it's just me filling in the space and putting the florals together almost like a piece to a puzzle. So you may be wondering why I'm removing a perfectly good sticker. It is because when I was doing my outlining with the black pen, I drew the line so far off from the pencil mark that now that sticker did not bump up against the edge to the box. And even though it was just slightly away from the box, in my mind, it looked like an inch away. It just like looked so bad that I just needed to change out the sticker. That is like the perfectionist in me. I will say I do like the larger sticker that I did replace it with. So even though I did lose a sticker in the process, it is all good. The last thing that I end up doing to this spread is I will pull out my Ohuhu metallic markers. And I do like a dash line around the outside of the box, or I guess the inside of the box, just to give it a little bit more color and dimension, because they were looking a little plain. With all of the stickers on the outside and these large boxes, they just looked a little plain. So I felt like they needed a little something extra. So that is what I decided to do. And I really am glad I did it. And I started to use the ruler, and then I'm like, this is just going to cause it to like smear on other areas, so let's just do it by hand. It doesn't need to be perfect, especially when it is a dash. All right, guys, here we go. I love how this turned out. So I have plenty of boxes to write my bucket list. That's going to go from January to like the end of May. So I can complete things for my birthday. Like I said, it's going to be kind of self-care related, personal growth type related bucket list items or to-dos or whatever we want to say, goals. I don't know how we want to define it, but yeah, that kind of stuff. So yeah, this is the A5 Dot Grid Journal from LiveLovePosh, and I use the Twilight Blooms sticker pack, journal sticker pack, and I use a lot of stickers. So like I used a lot of stickers to kind of fill in the void area, and I have a lot of stickers left over. Those are the 3 main sticker sheets I used, were these 3, and I have enough for probably a couple of more spreads like this. And I didn't use any of the decorative boxes. I used 1 box here. I used a couple of the washi strips, and then I used the half-page sticker sheet. So yeah, there we go. Plenty left to do this all over again if I just want to keep this up for a few. Because maybe I want to do an identical type spread for the second half of next year, you know? So maybe I'll just, right after this, do it again, and it'll be May to December. Who knows? All right, guys, there we go. As a reminder, all of the stuff from LiveLovePosh releases on Wednesday, October the 22nd at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. All of the release details will be down in the description, as well as my discount code and affiliate link. All right, I hope this gave you some inspiration, or if not, I hope you just enjoyed watching me try to create these fun spreads, try to recreate something that I saw the washi tape shop do. If you enjoyed it, please press that like button. And if you've yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing to my channel. That is all I have for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.